Yo, what's up everybody, and welcome to Explora, the ultimate travel guide for those who want to explore the world without breaking the bank. Today, we're taking you to the land of fire and ice, Iceland. Get ready to dive into some of the most breathtaking landscapes you've ever seen. Glaciers, volcanoes, geysers, waterfalls, Iceland's got it all. This ain't your average tourist trap, this is the real deal. We're talking about epic adventures, unforgettable experiences, and memories that will last a lifetime. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey that's gonna blow your mind. Let's go. First stop, Reykjavik. This city is like nowhere else I've ever been. It's a cool blend of old-world charm and modern vibes. Think colorful buildings, cozy cafes, and a creative energy that just sucks you in. But don't let the laid-back atmosphere fool you. Reykjavik knows how to party. The nightlife here is legendary, with live music spilling out onto the streets until the early hours. We're talking about a city that's alive 24/7, even when the sun barely sets in the summer. You gotta love that energy. Trust me, Reykjavik is a city that will steal your heart. One of the things I love most about Reykjavik is how walkable it is. You can easily explore the whole city center on foot, soaking up the unique atmosphere. Make sure to check out the iconic Hallgrimskirkja church. Its architecture is mind-blowing. And if you're into art and culture, Reykjavik has got you covered. From quirky museums to cutting-edge galleries, there's something to inspire everyone. Don't miss the Harpa concert hall. It's an architectural masterpiece. And when you're ready to refuel, hit up Laugavegur Street. This is the main shopping street, and it's packed with cool boutiques, cozy cafes, and restaurants serving up delicious Icelandic cuisine. As the sun begins to set, or at least dip below the horizon for a bit, Reykjavik transforms into a different beast. The city comes alive with a vibrant energy, and the streets are buzzing with people ready to party. One thing you'll notice about Reykjavik's nightlife is that it's incredibly diverse. Whether you're into live music, electronic beats, or just want to chill with a local brew, there's a place for you here. And the best part? Reykjavik is a relatively small city, so everything is within walking distance. You can easily hop from bar to bar, soaking up the unique atmosphere of each venue. All right, guys, get ready to experience pure relaxation at the Blue Lagoon. Picture this. You're surrounded by lava fields, the air is crisp and clean, and you're soaking in steaming turquoise water. It's like stepping into another world. This ain't your average hot tub, people. The Blue Lagoon's geothermal water is rich in minerals like silica and sulfur, which are said to do wonders for your skin. Trust me, you'll leave feeling like $1,000,000. But the Blue Lagoon is more than just a pretty face. It's a place to unwind, recharge, and connect with nature. Whether you're traveling solo, with your significant other, or with a group of friends, the Blue Lagoon is an experience you won't soon forget. Now, I know what you're thinking, Casey, this all sounds great, but is it worth the hype? Let me tell you, the Blue Lagoon is an experience that lives up to the hype and then some. From the moment you step into that warm, mineral-rich water, you feel all your worries melt away. It's like hitting the reset button on your mind and body. And don't even get me started on those silica mud masks. They're like a facial in a jar, leaving your skin feeling soft, smooth, and totally refreshed. Now, before you pack your bags and hop on the next flight to Iceland, there are a few things you should know about visiting the Blue Lagoon. First things first, you gotta book your tickets in advance. This place is popular, and for good reason. You don't want to show up and be disappointed. Second, pack a swimsuit, towel, and flip-flops. You can rent them there, but who wants to spend extra cash when you don't have to? And finally, come hungry. The Blue Lagoon has a fantastic restaurant serving up delicious Icelandic cuisine. Trust me, you'll want to try everything. Buckle up. We're embarking on a journey through volcanoes, geysers, and epic landscapes. Iceland's Golden Circle is packed with natural wonders. First up, Thingvellir National Park. The world's oldest parliament was founded here in 930 AD. Thingvellir sits on the tectonic plate boundary between North America and Eurasia. Next, the sheer power of Gullfoss waterfall. Gullfoss plunges into a rugged canyon, creating a thunderous roar. Finally, the Geysir geothermal area. Stråkar erupts every few minutes, shooting hot water high into the air. Now let's talk logistics. The best way to experience the Golden Circle is by renting a car. It gives you the freedom to explore at your own pace. Plus, who doesn't love a good road trip? When you get to Thingvellir, check out the Oxara Valley. You can see the rift in the Earth's crust. At Gullfoss, there are different viewing platforms, check out both the upper and lower viewpoints. And at Geysir, don't just focus on Stroker. There are tons of other geothermal features to see. Now, I'm all about maximizing your experience, so here are a few pro tips for conquering the Golden Circle. First off, timing is everything. Try to visit early in the morning or later in the afternoon to avoid the crowds. Trust me, those tour buses can get intense. Secondly, don't be afraid to venture off the beaten path. There are tons of hidden gems scattered around the Golden Circle that most tourists miss. Do some research beforehand and find those hidden waterfalls, hot springs, and scenic hikes. Those are the experiences that will stay with you long after you've left Iceland. And speaking of hot springs, if you're down for a more local experience, skip the Blue Lagoon and check out the Secret Lagoon instead. It's a naturally heated pool tucked away in a secluded valley. It's way less crowded and way more authentic. And finally, no trip to the Golden Circle is complete without trying some traditional Icelandic food. Look out for restaurants serving up lamb soup, skyr, it's like a thicker yogurt, and of course hot dogs. Don't knock it till you try it. They're a national treasure in Iceland. Alright guys, get ready to feast your eyes on this because we're about to explore one of the most iconic landmarks in all of Reykjavik, Hallgrimskirkja Church. This architectural masterpiece isn't just a church, it's a symbol of Iceland itself. It's like the Empire State Building of Reykjavik, visible from almost every corner of the city. Now, I know what you're thinking, this church looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. And you're not wrong. The architect, Guðjón Samuelsson, drew inspiration from Iceland's incredible natural landscapes, specifically the basalt columns formed by cooling lava flows. You'll see these hexagonal shapes all over Iceland, and they add this really cool geometric element to the church's design. But Hallgrimskirkja isn't just about looks. This church took over 40 years to build. Construction began in 1945 and it wasn't completed until 1986. Can you imagine working on a project for that long? It's a testament to the dedication and craftsmanship of everyone involved. And trust me, the end result is nothing short of breathtaking. Now, the real highlight of visiting Hallgrimskirkja is taking the elevator to the top of the tower. You'll be rewarded with panoramic views of Reykjavik that will absolutely blow your mind. From up there, you can see everything: the colorful rooftops, the sprawling cityscape, the harbor, and even the surrounding mountains on a clear day. It's like looking out over a miniature model village. But Hallgrimskirkja is more than just a pretty face. Inside, you'll find a surprisingly minimalist interior, which is pretty typical of Icelandic churches. The real showstopper is the massive pipe organ. It stands over 50 feet tall and has over 5,000 pipes. Can you imagine the sound that thing makes when it's going full blast? If you're lucky enough to catch a concert here, do it. It's an experience you won't soon forget. And here's a fun fact. Right in front of the church, you'll find a statue of Leif Erikson, the famous Viking explorer who's credited with being the first European to set foot on continental North America. Apparently, he beat Christopher Columbus by about 500 years. Who knew, right? Now, let's talk logistics. Hallgrimskirkja is located right in the heart of Reykjavik, making it super easy to get to. You can walk, bike, take a bus, or even drive, although parking can be a bit tricky. I recommend just walking. It's the best way to soak up the city's vibrant atmosphere. And here's a pro tip. If you want those epic crowd-free shots of the church, head there early in the morning or later in the evening. The light is also amazing at those times, so you'll get those golden hour vibes. Now, while you're up in that tower, take your time and really soak up those views. Look out for landmarks like Harpa Concert Hall, which looks like a giant shimmering disco ball from a distance. You can also spot the Sun Voyager sculpture down by the waterfront, this beautiful, abstract piece that looks like a Viking ship sailing into the sunset. And if you're feeling adventurous, rent a bike and explore the Tjornin Pond, which is just a short ride from the church. It's a really peaceful spot in the middle of the city, and you might even catch a glimpse of some of the local bird life. They even have these crazy-looking geese that are like twice the size of normal geese. And here's another pro tip. After your visit to Hallgrimskirkja, grab a coffee and pastry from one of the many charming cafes nearby. The Icelanders take their coffee seriously, so you know you're in for a treat. And then just find a bench, relax, and watch the world go by. It's the perfect way to end your visit to this architectural marvel. And that's a wrap on Hallgrimskirkja Church. Trust me, guys, this is one landmark you don't want to miss. It's a must-see for any visitor to Reykjavik. Harpa Concert Hall. This place, guys, it's not just a building, it's an experience. Imagine walking into a giant kaleidoscope, light bouncing off every surface, colors shifting with every step you take. That's Harpa. And the crazy thing is, the design, it's not just for show. The geometric patterns, the glass panels, they all work together to create incredible acoustics. They say the building actually breathes with the music. Gotta be honest, I don't know how much of that is true, but I can tell you, the sound in there, it's something else. Now, I'm not usually a big concert hall kind of guy, but Harpa, it just pulls you in. Maybe it's the architecture, maybe it's the energy, but you can't help but feel inspired in a space like that. It's like the building itself is telling you to create something amazing. And the best part, you don't have to be a classical music buff to appreciate it. They have all kinds of events here, from jazz to electronica, even stand-up comedy. So no excuses, put Harpa on your list. Trust me, you won't regret it. Now I know what you're thinking. This is Iceland, land of glaciers and volcanoes. And I'm stuck inside talking about a concert hall? But trust me on this one, Harpa is worth carving out some time for. Think of it this way. You've spent all day exploring the rugged Icelandic landscape, you're windblown, you're probably a little damp, let's be real. And then you step into Harpa, this oasis of warmth and light and culture. It's like stepping into a different world. And the vibe inside, it's electric. You've got tourists like me, you've got locals, you've got artists, musicians, all these different people coming together in this incredible space. It's a real melting pot, and you can feel the creative energy buzzing all around you. Plus, let's be real, Iceland's weather can be unpredictable to say the least. So having a place like Harpa where you can escape the elements, catch a show, soak up some culture, that's invaluable. Look, I'm all about adventure, pushing boundaries, but sometimes you just need a moment to recharge. And Harpa, for me, that's what it is. It's a place to slow down, to appreciate something beautiful, to let yourself be inspired. And that's what I love about travel, you know? It's not just about ticking off items on a bucket list, it's about having these unexpected experiences, these moments that stay with you long after you've left. So, next time you're in Reykjavik, do yourself a favor, check out Harpa Concert Hall, wander the halls, admire the architecture, maybe even catch a show. You won't regret it. And hey, if you do go, let me know in the comments what you thought. I'm always down to hear about other people's experiences. All right, guys, we're hitting the streets now. Laugavegur Street, the heart and soul of Reykjavik. This is where the cool kids hang out, where the locals shop, where you go to get a real taste of Icelandic life. Forget your sterile shopping malls. Laugavegur is a riot of color and energy. Think brightly painted buildings, quirky boutiques, street art popping off every corner. It's like walking through an Instagram feed, except it's real and it's awesome. Now, I know what you're thinking. Iceland, expensive, right? And yeah, okay, it's not exactly a budget traveler's paradise, but Laugavegur, it's got something for everyone. Whether you're looking for high-end Icelandic design or just a cool souvenir to take home, you'll find it here. And the best part? You never know what you're going to stumble upon next. One minute you're browsing vintage records, the next you're face-to-face with a life-size Viking statue. That's Laugavegur for you, always keeping you on your toes. All this exploring working up an appetite? Don't worry, Laugavegur has got you covered. We're talking everything from cozy cafes serving up the best coffee this side of the Atlantic to Michelin-starred restaurants pushing the boundaries of Nordic cuisine. Now, I'm a simple man, give me a hot dog. I'm happy. And let me tell you, Icelanders take their hot dogs seriously. Apparently, they're legendary. So, naturally, I had to try one, and guys, they lived up to the hype. Don't knock it till you try it, right? But hey, if hot dogs aren't your thing, don't worry. There's something for everyone. Seafood lovers, you're in for a treat. Freshly caught fish, cooked to perfection. Vegetarians, vegans, they've got you covered too. Trust me, you won't go hungry on Laugavegur. And while you're stuffing your face, soak up the atmosphere. People watching on Laugavegur, it's a sport. You've got artists sketching, musicians jamming, tourists trying to navigate the Icelandic language. It's a whole vibe. Look, I'll level with you, Reykjavik. It's not a huge city, but what it lacks in size, it more than makes up for in character. And Laugavegur Street, that's where it all comes together. It's the energy, man. You can feel it in the air, this infectious energy that just makes you want to explore every nook and cranny. This is the kind of street where you could spend hours just wandering, soaking it all in, and still discover something new around every corner. So if you're heading to Reykjavik, do yourself a favor, set aside some time to get lost on Laugavegur Street. And hey, maybe I'll see you there. So there you have it, guys. 5 must-visit places in Iceland that will blow your mind. From the otherworldly beauty of the Blue Lagoon to the vibrant energy of Laugavegur Street, Iceland has something for everyone. Look, I know planning a trip can be overwhelming, but trust me, Iceland is worth the effort. This is a country that will stay with you long after you've left. The landscapes, the culture, the people, it's unlike anywhere else on Earth. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And don't forget to subscribe to Explora for more travel adventures. Until next time, keep exploring.